Hey guys, welcome to Songs of Conquest. This game is still in development, but there are a couple of campaigns ready to go. The Song of Stoutheart and From the Ashes, so I'll be playing through these. There's also quite a few maps being developed by the community. You can just click over here and filter whatever you want to play. If you want to play single player, just have a look. 5 pages of different maps here to try out. There's also just some single player skirmishes as well, so you can play a custom game, but I will be playing through the campaigns, starting with the Song of Stoutheart. The first song: Cecilia Stoutheart, the young Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart, must face enemies within and without to hold on to her power and protect her people. Stoutheart will stand. So let's start this campaign. Mission 1, a new Baroness. In the year 593 AA, young Cecilia Stoutheart rose to Baroness after the untimely death of her father. When all shipments from Barkspur's rich mines go missing and rumours of bandits are brought to the new ruler, Cecilia leads a small force to investigate the missing resources and restore lawfulness to the barony. Cecilia Stoutheart, the new Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from this region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected an uprising of bandits and peasants and had already sent troops to the region to restore order. Okay. So this is our hero, Cecilia Stoutheart. We can press C to have a look at her stats. Offense, defense, movement, and view radius. Magic is a little bit different in this game. We've got order essence here. You don't have magic as such in the overworld, but that comes about in battle, so we'll get to that a little bit later. True modifiers here just reduces the melee or ranged offense, and also melee resistance. I think that reduces damage in combat. She's got 3 commands, so she can have 3 troops and 1 guard, so that gives our troops the melee resistance here. So that reduces damage. No equipment at the moment, but I'm sure we'll find something pretty soon. I can't head that way. That's the way we came into the map. You can also zoom in and zoom out a little bit to get a better view of what's going on. Let's have a look at the gallows. Death comes to all, some sooner than others. Cecilia got a little bit of experience for seeing that. The milestone, +2 movement for 1 turn. I don't think we can head up here. A few other things we can have a look at. The dead commander down here, so we'll get to that next turn. The dead commander wore Stoutheart colours and the distinctive sign of the Corvus Reserves. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against Stoutheart troops was more serious. So somebody has killed the troops that Stoutheart sent. The dagger only gives us +1 offense. It's not really... Oh, it might be worthwhile. Let's go for the dagger. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Looks like there's a wagon over here as well. Let's check that out. 500 gold. So we just have one objective at the moment, to travel to Flint Hills. Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus Reserves, and they had clearly seen combat recently. Hail, Baroness, the Corvus Reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What is the situation and status of the mines? Our scouts detected hostiles about, milady. The gold mine to the south has been seized by rebels. We also encountered an unexpectedly well-armed force at Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the error of their ways. Gather the troops, we march for Flint Hills. Okay, so we've got 5 footmen, 5 rangers. Let's grab all of them. So we have the option of taking back the gold mine. Let's go there now. Get a little bit of extra gold. We'll stop by this old campsite along the way. 6 more rangers. We also have a little waterfall. +3 movement for 2 rounds. Rebel Militia have taken over the mine. So we've got our troops up here. 16 rangers. 10 footmen. Now I do want to protect the rangers as much as possible. Let's just control click to split this group. We'll see if we can deal with these rebels next turn. Stand down. This mine belongs to the barony of Stoutheart. It belongs to me. We will do no such thing. You would be wise to go back to your castle and prepare for a storm. There's one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves. Okay, so we can't put our troops anywhere. We have only these selected spots in blue. Now the enemy have chosen these 3 spots. We don't know who's there, but we've got some kind of idea. There's 11 to 25 of them. They are rebel militia. They've got crossbows, I believe. I could make them... I could make them run forwards. Let's see how this works. Yeah, they're not going to be able to reach. They do have a range of... Let's have a look down here at their stats. They have a range of 6. So they have +1 range for some reason. Very small movement. We only have a range of 6 as well. So that's going to be interesting. No, we've got a range of 7. Okay, we can outrange them by 1. Now they can move forwards and attack, but if they move and attack, they only do half damage. The footmen have very small movement as well. We're going to get some spells, which may change that. Every time a unit moves, they give us 1 order essence. So the different units will give you different types of essence. These ones are order troops, so they give us order essence. Once we have a certain amount, we can start casting spells. So we have Quicken, +5 initiative, +1 troop movement, and protection as well. Who are they likely to attack? I'm not sure yet. Maybe this guy? We'll see. Okay. Now, with the militia, they can't fire turn after turn. They do have to take a 1 turn to reload. This guy didn't shoot, did he? So let's take him out. Still can't reach. Can I quicken? Can I reach an attack? I can. Beautiful. They're moving back. Okay, 1 down. Okay, let's move up and shoot, but as I said, we only do half damage for moving. Still, it's enough to finish them off. So that is the first victory. We only lost 1 footman, so that's pretty nice. We also level up guard, +20% melee resistance. Learning for increased experience. Level 4 troops. Level 4 command, which allows us to have another set of troops, I think. I want to make sure I have space for another group, just in case I meet someone along the way. So we've taken back the gold mine. A little bit of extra gold here as well. Let's head back. And head along the path to Flint Hills. Tribute to order. Cecilia was no ordinary commander. She was a wielder, and could draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. Nice. +1 order for 1 battle. There is a little camp here. It's an old camp, so we're not likely to meet any Well, we found some militia waiting here for us. I'm glad I emptied up this spot. Or upgraded to the 4th slot there. I mean, I could bring these footmen together, which I might do now, just so I do have an empty slot in case I meet more troops along the way. Another 12 militia. Another 6 footmen. Nice. Okay, so we found some armor. Gives us +4 defense. Now that goes to the troops when they're in battle, just like in Heroes of Might and Magic. Shrine of Aurelia. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire of Aurelia spanned the whole world. Statues of the Empress can still be found spread across the Arleon, and many folk speak dreamingly of the golden years of Aurelia. +5 initiative, +1 troop movement. 1300 gold. I didn't check that out, did I? Let's check that out before taking on the rebels. Try to get as many buffs as I can. +20 defense, -10 offense. It's not great, but the defense is nice for sure. All right, let's split these. We'll take on the rebels here. Erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants block the road west. You best be gone, young Stoutheart. Flint Hills are free lands now. Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by the Baroness, who will protect the people. You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you? One of good intentions. I've seen Stoutheart mercy when old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. Now turn back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Stoutheart will stand. Okay, 3 of them. 26 to 50 militia. I mean, I do like the height advantage here, but the ranges are a long way away. Yeah, I would like to put the rangers up on the hill, but there's not really many spaces for them. I guess up there. I don't know who's going to get to move first. If they get straight into melee range with whoever this is, then it's not going to work. But let's see what happens. Okay, they're all ranged units. We have the initiative, so I don't need to worry about quicken, really, unless I want the +1 troop movement, which I don't. So I can't reach them anyway. Okay, they've got +2 range. Oh, they're on high ground, that's why. Theoretically, if I moved up here... Oh, they can still reach these guys. Right, yeah, we do, I think, need to... This is blocked here. Alright, I think I'm going to have to move forwards here. Okay, so we can move and shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to do it from here on the same level as them. We do take we do half damage for moving. We can actually reach all the way over there. Let's do that. They're running away, taking a shot at our footmen. It's not going to work. Alright, let's chase them down. Chase them down. So we're going to quicken this guy. You can get into range of these militia. You're reloading. You might as well move while you're doing it. We can reach here. Let's finish them off. Beautiful. Alright, let's give him protection for a round and attack these militia. Nice. Oh, out of range still. Okay, that's fine. You just wait there. Don't think we can reach. No, still can't reach there. That should finish them off. I don't think we lost too many. Maybe a couple of footmen. Just one, so that's pretty good. Got a little bit of experience. We've cleared the road. Next turn. 600 gold. Let's head down the road. Oh, there's a knight standing there. +1 movement. Duration 1 round. Okay, well, let's see what this knight is doing here. As Cecilia's troops approached Flint Hills, a well-armed force of soldiers wearing no Baroness colours came out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a wielder. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. Still, it has me a little bit worried. A knight. I'm sure he has high movement. Probably good initiative as well. A few knights, a few archers, several footmen. It looks like a fairly even force, an even match for us. Hopefully I can use my spells to good advantage. Yeah, he's moving first, but hopefully that puts him in range. Kind of want to protect these archers here. His movement is, let's have a look down here. Movement 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I move back, he actually won't be able to attack us next turn. If I'm reading that right. Initiative 27, okay. I believe he won't be able to attack us from here. Wow, they have really long range as well, but they will need to move forwards. If I just stay out of range for a turn, we can get some shots off with this knight. Okay. Oh, right, his range is pretty terrible. Do I want to move the militia forwards? No, let's wait. Okay, you are going to have to move forward. Take a shot. Let's hopefully kill one of these. Yes. Okay, hopefully we can finish him off now. Pacify, rally, just for 1 round. Can't get to him at the moment. Let's just move forward 1. Yeah, your troops can't wait either, like in Heroes of Might and Magic. I believe they have to move according to this assigned list here. Can't wait till the end of the round. Okay, let's finish them off. Nice. Okay, the Knights have been finished. We do get momentum, which gives us a little bit of a buff, which is fantastic. Let's start shooting at these archers here. I'm gonna... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. Can we give... Just rally. That's a bit of a buff. You need to reload. I'm gonna move up, try to get in range of the archers there. Can't quite get up there, but if I give him quicken... there we go. Let's see if we can finish up these archers. Nice. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so we have a little village here. A crowd of peasants led by village elder came out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I've defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now, who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all the local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipment south towards Barkspur, where their patron waits. And none of you stood against them. None of you sent word to the local warden or to Springhold. No, milady, we were afeared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you are made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces and together we will restore order to this territory. We will heed the call to arms of Stoutheart as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant hut. Okay. So now we need to investigate Hope's Glade down to the south, but we can go to all of these little huts here in the next turn. We can recruit troops, some of them, so the peasant huts allow us to recruit militia. Let's grab another 39 of those. We've got 50 of 50 at the moment. Let's actually put those together. I'm going to recruit some more. Let's just balance those. 34, 33 is pretty good. Got quite a few troops now. I wouldn't mind leveling up and just getting another 5th slot, seeing as we are actually getting quite a few troops. So we're going to claim this farm. Gives us 75 gold. There's another one here. Oh, that's the blacksmith. Gives us the archer's helmet, plus 4 defense. Thank you for that. Stone deposit, so plus 2 stone per turn. I believe it's plus 2. It is. There's another one over here. Let's grab that. Just some random stone. Grab that next turn. So we don't actually have a city at the moment, or a town. It's just a little village that we're wandering through. Cozy little tavern. Plus 5 movement for 2 turns. We're going to head on down here. A small band of Cecilia's scouts stood waiting along the roadside. Lady Stoutheart, Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, villager of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest edge. Corporal, this is not the forest edge. These troops are camped within the tender wild. You may have disturbed the Fae. The Fae, milady? Surely the Fae are only a myth. Superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with the mythological creatures? The law of the leaves still stands, and we must make a sacrifice or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit to the forest, beings to atone for your error. I await your judgment. My life is yours. Your death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there is an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. I need all of my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart. Okay, so we've got some more troops here, another 5 archers. Let's bring them along. We're getting close to being maxed out, actually. Let's check out the camp. 12 militia there. Yeah, we are getting close to being maxed out. 6 rangers. 20 of 20 now. Let's see if we can find this tree where we're supposed to give an offering. Giant mushrooms. +1 damage, +1 troop movement, but +25 defense for 1 battle. A little bit of gold over there. And looks like we found some of the Fey creatures. Deranged Fey. Fey spirits, flying creatures of the tender wild, with bat-like wings, long claws and sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and her troops. Humans, be gone! We wish to leave an offering for our trespass on the forest. As is stated in the ancient covenant between us, stand aside, little spirits. I will do my duty. No, humans, no, never! Spirits, do not trifle with me. I am Stoutheart. And by the agreements I seek to make amends, if you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I will draw arms and put you out of your misery. You are misery, misery! So be it. Okay, the little fey creatures are attacking. They didn't look like they had any ranged attack. The militia have not great range. We'll do it like that for now. I do imagine they have initiative as well. They're flying creatures. Initiative 27. Let's have a look at their damage. Health of 6. Damage 8 to 12. They have really low health and really high damage. So we obviously need to stay away from them. I have no magic at the moment. What is their movement like now? What is their movement? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they can reach the militia. Let's just try and do as much damage as quickly as possible. Yeah, because they do have such low health. Let's take those ones. Let's take those ones. There's one left. Ooh, yeah, they do hurt. We did kill off quite a few of them. I'm going to go for command 5 for the moment, because I'm running out of troop space. So let's do that. Okay, plus 10 offense and defense, plus 2 movement for 1 battle. Worn boots. Plus 1 movement, plus 1 radius view. And here's the tree down here. The offering tree was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend, a villager of Thorncliffe, had described them once, but it had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tinkled like tiny bells in the breeze and most uncommon. The tree gave off the aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Fey of the forest, for trespass upon your woods, we offer compensation for these fey spirits slain. I ask forgiveness. They could not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. So we're giving off 1,000 gold. We've got plus 3 offense and defense. Nice. We'll stop by the place of power here. The waterfall for 3 movement. That's for 2 turns. Let's grab the gold. Some old bones down here. For the round shield, plus 5 defense. 1,500 gold. Out of movement. Plus 5 offense and defense. Now I didn't go to this thing because I went around this way to the west. Archway ruins. Source of knowledge. As Cecilia examined this strange arch, she noticed that it was almost warm to the touch and vibrated slightly. She studied many strange ruins from the times of Aurelia, but never one that seemed so alive. That's 500 XP, nice. +2 movement. Following the path along, and we have someone standing here, Barya mercenary. A bevy of pikeneers. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries hailing from the merchant states of Barya. Turn back. The road is open for ore shipments from Flint Hills only. I see you are strangers to these lands, or you would know me as the lawful Baroness Stoutheart. I do not recall the declaration of war from the Baryan city-states, therefore you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? We've committed no crimes. We are honourable mercenaries, here on contract and merely following orders. I spit on your contract. You have my ore, therefore you are thieves. You will return it, tell me who hired you, and maybe I will ransom you back to your employers. We are not afraid to fight you, Stoutheart, but be warned, our contract states that no one wearing Stoutheart colours are to be spared on the field of battle. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never. You shall be treated as thieves and trespassers, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. Then, unfortunately, we must battle. Okay, they have spears. I don't know if they have anything else. I don't want my swordsmen up that close. But a lot of militia and archers. The archers do actually have pretty good range of 7 compared to 5. Damage 2 to 3, damage 1 to 3. The damage is actually not that much different. Let's do it that way. But they do have to wait to reload, which is a big hassle. You can still run them away while they're reloading. So maybe it is good to put them up the front. Ah, okay. Initiative 12. I can't reach them anyway, so I do want them to go first before the archers. Let's have a look at their health of 9, 3 to 5 damage, so they do quite a bit of damage. Initiative 12. We're going to wait here. Now we're going to do half damage, but it's still going to be quite a lot. So I think it's worth it. Nice. Yeah, they're getting destroyed. We're going to go fleet foot here. Oh, they have extra range with their spear. Yeah, +1 melee range with their reach. So that's fine. You're reloading as well. You can run away. But we should be able to finish them off here. Nice. Lost 2 militia. That's fine. Command 6 I don't think I need at the moment. +10 melee offense. Let's go with melee resistance. 20% melee resistance should be good. Building here, lots to check out. Little sign, there's 1 movement. Hope's Glade. Cecilia's troops searched the smoking remains of Hope's Glade looking for survivors. The townsfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble they had heard a moan, and they uncovered a badly injured militiaman. Lady Stoutheart, we held out as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were too strong. Who did this? Baryans? A troop of Baryan mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur, but it were knights that attacked us, men of Arleon. Setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender, all we could do was flee to the hills north of here. The wooden man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind, but Stoutheart still stands. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hills before we journey south to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. Okay, I don't really have much space for more troops. Maybe I should have got unlocked number 6. 100 gold. Plus 3 wood. I'll go around this way then. Before we head down there to Barkspur. Guess we'll go for the worn gloves. Plus 1 defense. Gold and stone. I don't know if that's going to be useful in this scenario. Probably not. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern and the soot-covered, injured and scarred survivors of Hope's Glade. From among them, a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Hail, do my eyes deceive? The Baroness of Stoutheart to grant reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave souls will join your fight. And with your aid, Stoutheart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. I don't have space for them. I guess I can put all the archers together. One thing about the minstrels is they do give us, I think it's chaos and I think it's creation. Yeah, it is chaos and creation magic, which means we can cast a few different spells. Chain lightning, things like that. Okay. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. There's 30 of them there. Yeah, they do give us creation and chaos essences. If I split them into 2 groups of 15 and 15, then we'll get twice that amount per round. So it just depends what you want to do, but I don't think they're all that good. 2 to 4 damage, movement of 3. Health of 15, they have health of 7. Yeah, they're basically kind of a worse version of the swordsman, but they do give us some unique essence, so that's pretty cool. We're going to head around this way, see what's there. Did I not check this out? Okay, just 2 movement. We are ready for this battle, I think. I can't get any more troops. Not many more. I could do with a few more footmen. Barkspur. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement of Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of Baryan mercenaries, this one led by a wielder. She readied her soldiers for the final battle to retake this region. So we have to defeat the enemy wielder. Can I run around this? No, we can't go down there. I was just wondering if I could explore the area to the southwest, but I don't think so. We are going to get attacked by the wielder very soon. We do keep our experience and our equipment for the next scenario, but we're not going to keep these troops, unfortunately. Okay, there's the enemy wielder, Nimander Breeze. Troop of pipers, musketeers, and pikeneers. Quite a few of them. The setup is fine. Let's do it. Actually, I could have moved all the way to the back. That's giving him some mag. That's a big movement. The musketeers are here. They've got quite big range. Who are these strange characters? The pipers. Movement of 4. Very low health. might as well see if we can finish them off here. Here we go. Oh, gee. Okay, I'm going to get ready to attack the musketeers next turn. If I stay out of deadly range. I was expecting him to have some knights, but that's fine. Let's take them out. Take them out. Let's take out the ranged units first. Beautiful. Should be able to finish them off. Probably can't finish them off, but what else can we do here? Pacify. Let's pacify them. So we'll take less damage back. Okay. Oh, reloading, that's fine. You can move back a little bit. You're reloading as well. Let's take them out. Beautiful. Not too difficult. After the battle, the beaten Amanda Breeze is brought before Cecilia. Wielder, we appeal to your honor and beg that we may negotiate a surrender. I'm Amanda Breeze of the Quartz Battalion, and as strangers to these parts, I can see the field and will withdraw my forces. You are indeed a stranger, Barya, or you would know by my colours that I'm Cecilia Stoutheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused the uprising at my mines? There was a misunderstanding, my lady. We were led to believe by our employer that they had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realized our betrayal, we had already signed the contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with their answer, I will spare you. But every Baryan of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady Stoutheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. The information is adequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to the prison in Castle Everkeep. There you may contemplate that honour might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tenderwild. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Amanda Breeze to Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend upon me, Lady Stoutheart. Victory. With Barkspur restored to Stoutheart rule of law, Cecilia gathered her troops once more and set out to pursue the Topaz Battalion and prevent the occupation of Ashbourne. For this, she would need the aid of Vilja of Thorncliffe, Warden of Stoutheart and Cecilia's longtime friend. Now, that is it for the first mission. So it's a fairly easy one to start off with.
With grim conviction rose Cecilia of Stoutheart to crush rebellions and push back another upstart. Lady Hammond claimed her settlements, settling